I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let them talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. This across the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Thompson Robinson off of play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Here's Thompson Robinson again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw is DTR. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The Ravens at 5-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson. sack back at the 32. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got a sense to pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
On second down, Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10. Jackson now. Touchdown!
Isaiah Likely.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here comes the return from the very...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. Remember, right down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now Jackson on second down.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw is Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incomplete.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Third down and 13. Throwing, Thompson-Robinson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I think you even call this a more partner because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Martin Emerson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Big play here, boys. Big play. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. Let's go. All right, boys. Let's keep it up. Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
On first down, Thompson Robinson.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The DTR going to throw it here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and a yard.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Browns.
Up the middle they go. Trout.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's pulled in by Brooks. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Going quickly here to Thomas. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion. They weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Going for it. Thompson Robinson.
That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10, Thompson Robinson.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Ravens 30-yard line.
Thompson Robinson throwing here.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Thompson Robinson now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Thompson Robinson now.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do.
He's got him in. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Jackson throwing complete there, Flowers.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff up the middle. Trout. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Throwing. Thompson Robinson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he's got some space here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Trout. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the ground, it's Ford. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This is Ford. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 5. To the right side, this is Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run on first down. Trout. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
They run with 4. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Go, baby! Let's go!
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Thompson Robinson now to throw.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be the...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
On the move past the 40.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. We're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
From the gun, and it's a fumble.
Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game. He's moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker now to add the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Thompson Robinson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy. In addition to the pencil.
And those last for
A long time.
no doubt.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Baltimore, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.